What's up, everybody? Brett here, back today, super stoked to be playing some more Battle Brothers. We are picking up where we left off last time in our anatomist let's play. Currently rocking 4 anatomists. Boom. And Leaf, who is our retired soldier. I love that they put the cobwebs on his sword there. This campaign is going somewhat more according to plan than our first attempt. That is for sure. Guys, thank you so much for all the support, by the way. We've got 2 potions in our back pocket. We've got the one that they started us with, and the flesh knitting one, which I'm considering giving to Leaf right now. What this does is reduces the time it takes to heal from any injury by 1 day down to a minimum of 1 day. It's going to mutate him, causing sickness. Let me look at this dude. Didn't we make him look awesome? Kinda. I think I said he looks like my dad. Anyway, we're going to be traveling in just a second here, and I think this is a good opportunity for us to give him an item. How do we do it again? There we go. So boom, hyperactive tissue growth. Huh. This character's body has mutated to regrow skin and muscle tissue much more quickly than normal. Deep injuries heal much faster than normal as a result. They also seem to have developed a strong taste for red meat, but that's probably unrelated. Does he look any different? No. But he is sick. He will be sick for a while, but will he heal from the sickness faster? It seems like that's part of this, huh? And then as far as the other mutation, now might be a good time to... I don't think we stack them all on one guy. I think that's a little lame. Let's have a whole company of mutants. Our boy here, Riemann the Slow, is slow. And he also has pretty crappy hit points. So I think we hook him up with the apotheosis potion. And then while we travel, we recover. So this character has consumed a particularly powerful stimulant. While the delivery mechanism itself is revolutionary, the drug itself is not as powerful as the grandeur of its name suggests. Alright, so here's the plan. We discovered in the last episode that we are in the presence of a nearly like perfect kind of starting position. You look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities all close by. Makes for really good growing opportunities for our company here in the early game. We haven't discovered 2 of these yet. I'm anticipating some of them being larger cities from which we cannot get contracts, but they usually have things like blacksmith, armorers, stuff like that. Just bigger opportunities for trade. Okay, this is actually a different location. I was hoping it was a city that was perhaps belonging to the same faction. That way, if we were to take contracts between the 4 of them, the 4 of the cities that is, we would be building reputation at a steady rate. But this is one of the best cities you can possibly hope to get. It's got an armor and a weaponsmith and a kennel and a tavern. It's fully stocked. And just for fun, guys, we'll take a look at some of the stuff we cannot afford and will not be able to afford for quite some time. It's usually pretty expensive in here. And I know that because I generally have an idea of what some stuff is worth. The prices here, honestly, aren't bad right now. We just don't have the money to buy. I would normally like to get a reinforced mail hauberk for about 2,300. Yeah, I was about to say, same thing, padded leather, 230 rather. That works out to be the exact same percentage-wise. And yeah, so prices here are not bad, but we just can't afford anything. But just to give some of you newer players an idea of some of the weapons and stuff that are in store for us in the late game, I love me a great sword. We've got bill hooks here, 2-handed flails. I saw in the patch notes that they are... Some of the changes that they've made to buff 2-handed flails I thought were pretty warranted. Once again, can't afford any of that. A kennel here, a southern kennel. Doesn't have the big, great, shaggy war dogs of the north, but standard war dogs, which I love. Can really get you out of a lot of mess in the early game. What do we have here, though, for recruitment? I'll tell you guys this. I have never had good luck recruiting Houndmasters, ever. They'll give you the event that lets you get like a wolf, some like really cool events, dog fighting events, other things like that, which are not so cool. But they always have crappy stats. I don't know if I've ever recruited a Houndmaster that's had good stats. Masons are pretty good early game bros if you just want someone, a frontliner, shield, sword, and board. We've got a deserter here, which I'm tempted to pick up because I'd like to get an additional archer. I don't know if him starting with a bow means he's going to have legitimate skills with it. probably better just to grab someone cheap. Miners are also quite good. I'm tempted to grab him because he comes with gear that I can't afford to purchase. Let's just check the marketplace for a sec. Always want to check everything before you start pulling the trigger on stuff. Love military cleavers. You can almost always find them in big cities. I think they pop up in markets a lot. Sometimes you can get them damaged for really cheap and just get an early, like, tier 3 cleaver weapon. I see the basic mail shirt and the padded leather. These are things that I would like to get. Got a javelin here, some throwing weapons, quiver of bolts if we needed them. The food here is nice and cheap, but no contracts, which is what gives me some pause. Might as well check the tavern. This is a great city. We'll be back here for sure. I think what we're going to do is we're going to pull the trigger. A deserter is also keeping in line with the kind of theme of getting dudes with more negative backgrounds for this Let's Play. So let's introduce Werner. While employed in a lord's professional army, a horrible disease fell upon Werner and his comrades. Fearing its wrath, he and several others disbanded in protest. By total luck, Werner has, thus far, gotten away with his crime. Unfortunately, he is not a smart man. Lacking the imagination to pursue a safer career, Werner once again returns to fighting. I wonder if he'll be dumb. Get in here, Werner. He's a little expensive, but he comes pre-equipped. Absolutely not bad. He starts with strong. He has a star and range skill. Maybe we can make him a bit of a hybrid, which is kind of what I would like this team to be, and I'll talk about that in a second. And he's got really good defensive stats. Not good, well, his stats suck, but he has really good potential for good defensive stats between his HP and his melee defense. I would favor melee defense. Someone in the comment section was pointing out, hey, you know, why pump hit points when you can pump melee defense? There's definitely math, which I'm not going to go too deep into, where melee defense is more effective than HP, but HP is also effective versus ranged attacks, which are not super relevant in the early game, but HP is kind of a good middle ground. And I've talked before about the 71 hit point marker that I like to hit on my brothers, which allows them to take one hits from giant orcs, basically, is some of the only things in the game that can do that kind of damage. Two-handed, actually Chosen, the giant barbarian dudes with their two-handed weapons can one-shot you as well, if you're not above that threshold. And I could be wrong, I could be 1 or 2 points off, but I think when I did the math back then, I was pretty confident that 71 was that point. So I like to get up to at least 71, and then I'll start pumping melee defense. So that was a good call in pointing that out. But nice. Werner is going to be a decent brother. Happy to have him. But now we need to start making money. We've got to start making money soon. Oh god. Alcoholic. We get our first taste of what happens when you have an alcoholic in your company. While taking inventory last night, Leaf had a little too much to drink and ended up losing a full leather cap. You've had him brought to you, and the man, swaying on his feet, still reeks of alcohol. He hiccups as he tries to explain himself, but the best he can do is collapse to the ground in a drunken heap. The man laughs and laughs, but you see nothing funny about this. Willibald the mortician asks you what you want to do with him. Yeah. So we could cure him of his alcoholism, I think is what this generally does. But there's negatives. I'm going to whip him. I don't normally I go pretty lenient on them, but I don't think these actually have any good effect. We're going to whip him. Oh, it didn't get rid of his alcoholism. The man was driven to the drink, so you plan to drive it out of him. You order a flogging. A few men drag the drunk away. He is hiccuping and moaning, his head bouncing a lull as he's seemingly unaware of what is going on. They string him up beneath a tree and shred the clothes off his back. After a few lashings, the drunkard wakes up to his punishment and begins crying out uncontrollably. Now I just feel like a jerk. He begs for mercy in a tongue blurred by drink and pain, like a man fighting for freedom from a nightmare. You know what? I kind of like that I did that, even though I hate the result, because I feel like the anatomist would be pretty brutal. Now, I don't like that I just hurt one of my men right before a fight that I would very much like to take. If I can pull these peasants in... Okay, let's zoom in here. I'm going to pause for a second because I'm way zoomed out. If I can pull these guys in, let's get them, let's get them, let's get them. Come on, peasants, help. Nice. Peasants won't be much help. I don't even think they'll be armed. Let's wait here, let them get closer. And we'll shoot at whoever doesn't have a shield. I wanted to say... Oh no, peasants, fight! No, they're running. You dirty peasants. I was hoping I could use them as a bit of meat shield. Someone pointed out that I pronounced the name of this weapon wrong. It's, I think it's Goendag, something like that. I'm never going to say it right, ever. I'm always going to say Goendag or something equally stupid. So just have mercy. I often do my best. Nice, little preemptive stab there. If we step in here, we still get an attack, so I'll take it. Don't like that for Leaf. I think if we step in here, we might break this dude. We didn't, but that was a possibility. Okay, we've already passed this turn, so we have to shoot now. 39%er is not bad. With an aim shot, that is. Move up a little. Come on, peasants. Get in the spirit. Alright, Leaf. Do not break. Yes! Yes! Mighty peasants. Wow, they're brave now. Okay, that dude got wrecked. We don't like them killing the peasants because it'll wreck our morale a little bit, but this dude, talk about brave. He's going to take all the hits for us. Okay. If I step in here, I can shoot this guy. Or I can go for 2 shots there, or I can shoot into the scrum here. I think this is a better move. Actually, you know what? I'm still going to shoot into him. I don't think that was a bad shot. We don't really have good shots. And our brothers are very low in skill. I feel like we should be hitting some of these, but the fact that we're not does not surprise me. Okay, happy to see him shield wall and not attack us. We'll step in there, go for a little attack. Now, what we do with Eberhard is what's the most concerning. I could step here and just go for an attack here. Nice. That's all of his armor. Could have pushed him to try to break the shield wall. I'm going to move down here with our final step. If you push a dude who's got a shield up, you break it. You won't break the shield, but you break his posture, essentially. If you hit me with that rock, I'm going to call shenanigans. Ugh. That poor guy. Okay. Let's take some 29s here. Not surprised we didn't hit those, but... There we go. That's the kind of fear we needed to put into these dudes. Multiple shots on the buckler, huh? I will say, we're just not getting overly lucky. This guy might run. He did not run. Okay. Don't take my kill. These peasants shouldn't be able to take my kill with punches. But great surround. Just having the surround is good for us. Werner, you're almost fired, homie. And we should have gave him a cleaver in his back pocket. That was totally a mistake not to do that. And we're going to get as many men here. And the fight's over. So as they try to run now... Switching weapons costs AP and fatigues. So we're not going to be able to make full use of that. Step back here. I kind of want to block the peasants from getting in and taking the kills as these dudes try to run away. But 3 guys surround here. They should not be able to get away. We will run him down. We'd love to get all this gear, please. And I'll use a little ammo there. Kind of a waste of money, but whatever. No levels. But nice loot. Having a pitchfork is sweet. Having a dagger for our back pocket is good. I do value having a spear, probably for the next brother we pick up. And the golden dag. Did I say it right? We got it. It's a good weapon. It's a good weapon. Has the ability to bonk for stuns. And some nice pickups here. Loot it up. That's a good early win. And I would highly recommend as part of your strategy to pull in other fighters or other little groups if you ever get the chance to. The other group here, if these dudes had gotten pulled in for you newer guys, these dudes are strong. They would have taken all of our kills. We might have got 1, 2, 3 kills, but they definitely would have taken kills from us, which would have sucked. And nice that we can replace the wooden shield with the crappy buckler. And I do like having the swords. Let's go... Who has the better... For now, Werner has the better melee skill stat, but Erling is going to pass him up prodigiously. So, this is something I didn't talk about yet, but I want to talk about it. Is the idea of... What is my end goal in the type of company that I want to roll with? What is my idea for how I want this build to work? And what I'm thinking right now, I want crossbowmen. I want as many crossbowmen as possible. I might even just straight up ignore longbows, which are probably the most deadly weapon in the game, in my opinion, when used in overwhelming number and used correctly, used with quick hands, used with, the general build that there is to use with it. Also, what is it? It's been a while stuff. Yeah, berserk, getting a kill. There's a whole strategy around using longbows and having bow mastery that is obscene. You can do the most damage. They're right up there with dudes that use, two-handed weapons. I would like to ignore that. I want to go crossbows and handguns. Handguns too. Grenades. I feel like these dudes being like witch doctor-y, plague doctor guys with guns and hand grenades feels super sick. Kind of witch huntery from the Warhammer lore, but also kind of reminds me of the Darkest Dungeon characters. They have like their plague grenades, and these dudes basically throwing napalm and shooting guns. Sounds super sick to me. And with the exception of Raymond the Slow here, they all kind of have decent starting stats for range skill. And the thing that crossbows do is they kind of make up for having bad stats. So anyway, that's a little rant, but just so you guys are all on the same page as me, I want to have as many crossbows as possible. That's my fun idea. Okay, this is raiders. The last guys we fought were thugs. Raiders are a whole different thing. We fall back. Now this is a play here. Let's bait them. Now we fight them with the Felsberg Company. Will they come out with us? Maybe if we keep vision for them. We gotta hug them. No, don't. Okay, don't leave me out to dry, you nerds. This is probably a waste of our time. But I don't want to get caught. No, I got caught at night. God dang it. Misclicked. Total misclick. We could try the fight though. Why not? For fun. Here we go. Could fall back to this high ground position. Yeah, this is why we don't fight raiders. Their gear is better than ours. We're hurt. We're sick. And our brothers are kind of like not too eager to fight because they're anatomists. But let's see. We might be able to make some surprising plays. It's nighttime, so our archery is going to be crappier. Some spear walls might serve us well. I thought about giving another spear. I'm going to stay hiding in the bush here. Maybe we could put some shots down. Okay. Okay. Incredibly lucky, but you guys can see we did very little damage. Pass, pass, pass. I don't think any of them can step in. Winning this fight is probably not realistic. They're also faster than me. And we don't have the fatigue necessary to get a better shield wall going. They're being a little scaredy cat. Getting rid of the pikemen would be huge. Good damage. The archers are killing it. Alright, and they decided to step in. We wait. Here we push. And wait. Spear wall and wait. Even though we don't have any other options after we wait. Nice. Nice. Oh my gosh. 3 in a row. More than we could honestly hope for. Now we can't push this guy because he's got someone behind him. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. But he's also not shield walled, so that was good. Wow, what a lucky throw. At night, from behind our dudes on the high ground, and no way his stats are that good. So this is quite dangerous. We don't like this. Of all the people to get in this position, this is the one we didn't want to get here. We're going to take some of these shots. Even though we have to get incredibly lucky, and we did not. That was a good hit. Oh, and our spear wall failed. He almost killed his own dude. Alright. This is a time for shield wall plus riposte. That would have been beautiful to hit. That was a nice one. We're getting incredibly lucky here, guys. I just don't think we win this fight. I think eventually they just start landing shots, and then we just start dying. Damn, we missed both our ripostes. Let's go for an aim shot. We just need one. Ah, we're too fatigued. That wasn't good. He needs to die. And we no longer have any ability to shield wall here, which is what we really wanted to do. Werner's looking like he's going to die. This guy wavering makes his accuracy less. But he's going to hit. Yeah. I just know my Battle Brothers, guys. That's all that was. He didn't even have that great of a roll. There was just no way the game wasn't going to let him not kill me. Okay. Leaf is going to come up here to help. He's also a vulnerable target because he doesn't have a shield. But let's take the fight. Werner cost us 600. Let's go for the 3-man surround here. Yeah, that's all I needed. And we get the pike. The kind of loot that's on that could be on the ground right now is worth more than Werner. And this is why we don't name bros early, by the way. Could push this guy out of a 3-man surround. That doesn't seem very smart. They've got us in a 2-man surround on Eberhard. Shield wall, if he had low HP, low armor, and if someone standing next to him had a shield, but no one does. Unfortunately, Werner had our pitchfork, which would be very useful here. So I think we just attack. Put a little fatigue on them. Start trying to move in here. Now, if we land hits, two-handing a one-handed weapon, we do, I think, 25% more damage. So the question now is, do we switch to a short sword? I think we do. We have a much better chance to hit. Okay. That's the best we could do. We're going to attack him even though the shield's up. Yeah, this weapon is scary. If all we lose is Werner, I'm okay with that. But if someone else goes down, I won't be okay. Try to take the high ground. Step in. Come on, man. Gotta miss. Yeah, he had to go down. Now we get the full surround. And if I had rotation, this is where I would rotate the hell out of my guy. He's breaking, but he's not broken. His chance to hit is low. Come on, man. Yes, yes! Okay. And our boy might not even be dead. Werner might just have some lame injury. No, he's dead. Okay. Well, sorry, homie. But for the chance to get an early Morning Star and Hand Axe and Pike. Plus, you know, in terms of supplies, this basically, you know, this is getting close to covering your cost. Yeah, that sucks, man. Sorry, Werner. But you were a deserter, and that's what deserters get. So, sorry, man. But check out the fat loot. Easily replace our shield. We've got some good helmets now. 105 on this one and 110 on this one. So this one's a 120, so we're not going to be replacing that. But frontliners need to have better helms. Does this block vision? It does. It does. Okay. It just kind of sucked because he was a potential decent archer for us. Like medium okay archer, crossbowman. You saw, I think you guys saw there the value of the spear wall. Had that guy managed to jump in right away on us, we would have been absolutely screwed. Let's go pike here for Erling. Pike here might not be bad. And I like this. Anything else? How good are these? 65. These are going to be 80s. We'll take that. This is going to be an improvement here. 65s. These are 60s. No, these are 65s too. Okay. This is a 100. All right. I think we've got everyone in the best gear they can be in. I don't want the minus vision on my archer. We've got a bundle of throwing axes, which I'm not scared to use. And the front line for throwing weapons, Eberhard could start with these. I like that a lot. Student here for increased experience, please. And yeah, just a beautiful +4 in range skill. You love to see it. He's at the 71 mark for hit points. I'm tempted to go like one more. Just a natural 4 is pretty nice. Go 4 here and then like 3 in melee defense or a 3 in melee skill. I think I'm going to take the 3 in melee defense. We'll get better melee skill rolls. I don't need his offensive skills to be super good. This guy's going to be pretty well-rounded with good, very close to very good offensive stats, I believe, when we're done with it. But you compare the HP, or well, you pair it rather with Colossus, and you get that 25% bonus, and you see there we got more than 4 HP. So, nice, 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 nice. All right, student for additional experience. And at some point, I'm going to go over these a little more for the newer players and talk about why this versus that. And we'll bounce back and forth. Not everything at the bottom here is better than everything at the top just because it's not unlocked yet. It's just knowing when to get what stuff is kind of a part of this game as well. So, all right, what did we get here? We got I'll take a 4 in melee defense. I think I'd be crazy not to take that. Also, a 4 in fatigue, a natural 4 in fatigue is beautiful, as well as a natural 4 in hit points. I'd love to get the resolve, and we will start pumping his resolve at some point. His HP is so low because he's sick, but I think he also has low HP to begin with. One of these guys is going to be our standard bearers, and the other the sergeant. So, okay, keep it rocking. More student. Here we go. And a 3 in melee skill. Thank you very much. A 3 in fatigue is quite good. And to pump his initiative. This guy, I might want to start thinking of him as a potential for like... I haven't played in so long. My knowledge of builds is kind of weak, guys. So feel free to help me in the comment section. Of course, don't be obnoxious about it, but help me in the comment section. I'm asking for help. So I don't remember all the builds. There is like a rapier build with good initiative, good fatigue, but it involves using light armor and sword mastery. I don't remember the build completely off the top of my head. I'm just not as like balls deep in Battle Brothers as I once was, and I don't remember what it is. I think I would still take Colossus plus this. But his initiative plus his HP. The HP is also part of it as well. It's like having a high HP pool. Sword Masters are, of course, very good for it. They're kind of naturally built for it. I don't know if I want to take... I'll take the 4 here. We're not going to pump HP too much past 81. Unless you guys can kind of hook me up, or else I sit down and kind of really figure out what the rapier build is. The kind of the jumping in and out and getting those hits. And being very, like, evasive, relying on, like, natural armor versus just heavy tanking armor. I don't remember it, so... I'd like to, though. I would like to. So here we'll take the 4 in fatigue. We'll take the 4 in range skill, because like I said, some of these guys, he's going to be a hybrid. This guy, for sure, Eberhard is going to be a good crossbowman, bro. And then we take the 3 in melee skill. The 4 in range defense is kind of whatever. But that was an unexpected victory for us, and we're getting close to where I'm going to want to switch over to our Oath Takers run. Remember, in the Oath Takers run, we're getting crushed by greenskins. take a second here, just pop out. See what we can see. Want to come and discover this before we head out for the day? Let's make just a little more progress. We basically haven't done anything, which is kind of how it's going to feel, I think, for some of our episodes, cutting them down to 30 minutes apiece, which is why I've always done hour-long plus. I mean, hour and a half sometimes 2-hour-long Battle Brothers episodes. So Wolfenfest, another large city, as expected. It's a stone citadel. And beautiful. Late game, this like little corridor we're in is going to be amazing. And let's just scope out the legit gear. The armor attachments, the paints that you can use, sellswords armor, heavy coat of plates, one of the best things you can buy, one of the heaviest. I'm not going to say it's the best, but it's definitely one of the heaviest things you can buy. Sell prices here. Let me see, do I have anything that's worth like an even 100? Shields? Are shields worth an even 100? They are when they're repaired, I believe. Yes, okay. Black Shield Brigade. All black shields, all day, every day. Okay. So if the shield is telling me 18, that's not a bad sell price. If we wanted to unload all of this gear that we have. No unique stuff showing up, no legendary weapons. And then a trading hall. Cool. So if we wanted to try to hurry up and level up some of our brothers, especially in the late game where dudes start to die, this is a good thing to try and get lots of experience quickly. But I find in the early game you just don't have the funds for it. Let's check the marketplace for some damaged gear that maybe we can kind of scavenge. Tools we're still doing well on. We don't have to worry about that yet, as well as food. And then see if there are any men for hire. Lots of deserters, man. Another retired soldier. I don't want a retired soldier, another one, just because, not that I can afford him, but just because I want to get really diverse backgrounds now. They've even got an adventurous noble. I could see myself grabbing another deserter, Ludolf here. Obviously, it wasn't good that we lost our brother. We did lose money. We did lose value. Sell off a lot of this junk. I think this is fine. And yeah, I'm just going to use a shield from now on. I'm going to sell the fangs. Could hold them for a taxidermist. Something we could have done. Yeah, we need money. So we need a contract. I'm not going to hire an additional bro. Because what we need to do is get into Eisenstein and get them to give us a contract. And then we'll kind of leave this part of the playthrough for the day. And I think what we're going to have to do with the Oath Takers, once we get over there, I'm anticipating trying the fight. We'll try the fight one more time. But they've got a berserker. It's like they've got a Hulk. They basically have a Hulk. And we've got a couple caravan hands on our side. Rebuilding a fort, and they're having an archery contest. Legit. So what do you guys need? Okay. Sounds easy enough. Secure the ruined wheat field. I accept your contract, sir. We'll go do this quickly. Make a little progress. The wheat field's completely empty except for the large group of brigands inhabiting its center. Okay. Squatting around a fire and a spitted pig. They glance at you, back at the pig, then back at you. One draws a meaty fork away from the fire. Hell, sir, we just want to eat. You draw out your sword and nod. Me too. Okay, well, let's hope it's a small group of thugs. They've got dogs. Which is actually good for us, because we'd rather them have dogs. Okay, pike. Pike, pike, pike. Dogs than more men. Men are dangerous. Dogs, not so much. Okay, that sucks that it didn't kill the dog. Sorry, dog. But killing the dogs, I do believe, affects their morale. And they're just kind of easy to kill. But our bros are getting close to being almost in what I would consider like raider gear. Which makes it so that thugs are... I mean, it's pretty hard for thugs to kill them. And a pike just one-shots a guy in a t-shirt. Beautiful. And now you guys start to see like how crappy brigands really are and how frustrated I was to lose any brothers to them at all in the beginning. Let's bonk this dude. We bonked him, but we didn't get the stun. And for those of you who are new, with pikes we want to be a distance of 2 away, just like with the pitchfork. Our chance to hit goes down if we close into melee. Go for the guy who doesn't have a shield wall. He landed the stun, that dirty rat. And we landed the bonk, which dropped his shield and broke him. So now we're going to close into melee because he's running. And that, if we're 2 steps away, it won't give us a chance to hit him as he retreats. And this dude with the pitchfork is doing an annoying amount of damage to us. Alright, nice little quick battle to end this part of the session. I don't know if there was much money in this fight. Yeah, none. Pretty much none at all. And we killed poor hungry men. And their dogs. I don't feel good about that. Oh no. Now we have to do an escort? Are you serious? Alright, you guys fix it. We're going home. Thanks for the cash. And then from here, we'll check this. Northeast. I don't want to go north. I want to go south. I want to go do some gladiator arenas. I want to try to pick up some grenades and handguns. Or else stick around here and make the money that there is to be made here. Ooh, check that out. So Henrik's Highland Helm. A richly ornated Nordic helmet that must have belonged to a high-ranking noble or exalted warrior. It just has really low fatigue. It's kind of the benefit there versus its stats. It's okay. It's not amazing, but it is good. I wouldn't be mad if someone gave me that. Sell one of those. Should have sold that. That's okay. Alright. And we can check the Fletcher. Crossbows is what we'd love to get. I'd like to skip light crossbows and go straight to regular crossbows. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I definitely don't have the money. Oh, okay. Nice. Nice. They've got a killer on the run and a butcher. 2 of the backgrounds that I really wanted. They also have hunters here, which are really valuable early, well, kind of early to mid-game. Kind of tier 2. They're a step above poachers. Ranged characters that you can get. This guy's not a bad price either. But we are going to grab Donbert the Butcher. After his father's death, Donbert took over the family butcher shop in Vineborg. After a human finger was found in one of his deer wrappings, the man was driven from his business. Donbert's ears perk whenever a pig squeals. The same thing happens when a man screams. Interesting. Get in here, Donbert. And then Neil's Throat Slash. We're not changing these dudes' amazing nicknames, by the way. If you have a name suggestion for these dudes, they're keeping the nicknames. Niels looks about ready to join any outfit or disappear into its ranks. His eyes are dark and shifting. There's a crime behind them, but also a sense of humanity, as if he knows he has done wrong and is looking to make amends. A man of Niels' physique could be useful, but how much can you depend upon a man whose former life was one of being on the run? Boom. I trust him. Okay, so Donbert the Butcher has Night Owl, which gives him additional range, or vision versus nighttime, which is essentially range. Not useful as he has very low range skill, but 2 stars in melee skill, 1 in fatigue, 1 in melee defense. Excellent, dude. Go into dag right off the bat. Boom, boom. I said it wrong again. Go in... Guys, I learned Russian as a second language. Currently taking a lot of Russian classes. This word, it gets me. I'm just not gonna get it. And then here we have Niels. What do you got, Niels? Sure footing for extra bonus melee defense. And then Bloodthirsty. Excellent. But no stars, really. 1 in fatigue is fine. 1 in hit points is okay. 1 in initiative is okay. Decent stats. Decent hybrid character, perhaps. I don't hate him. Just having sure footing and Bloodthirsty alone are great. But for the immediate future, I think this is slightly better. Yeah. You're going to have to go in the front, homie. You are going to be a bit of a flanker. And then Leaf here will level before we go. We'll just give him brawny. A little bit more in the fatigue department. Excellent. That's fine. And then... Man, he has really crappy HP. We got to get him up. I want to pump Resolve, but we're going to pump hit points. Just being old. And eventually he might get old and have even worse HP. Is the problem. But what a fine start for us. Do we even have any money to get a little bit of gear? And there's no real gear to be had here, sadly. But I like it. This is a great place for us to stop. Alright, let's make sure we save the game. And I don't mess this up. I like to have 2 saves in case anything goes wrong. So let's call it DB... Wait. New save. DB2. When you're making videos, guys, always have a backup save. The number of times I've, like, screwed myself out of, like, an hour-and-a-half long video because I didn't save correctly is unbelievable. Especially back when I was first starting to make videos. Okay. We're escorting this caravan. However, let's try. Let's try the fight. And by try the fight, I mean let's hide behind these guys. Hardwick here has basically no gear whatsoever. Harribert here, who could do work, is in a bad way. I mean, shoot, let's let the donkeys tank. This is fine. This is probably better. If these guys don't move, we're okay. It puts Landrick out front, but also allows some space here for Hasso to take some of the damage. And makes a concave. Not that they'll jump into it. And even if they jump into it, they'll probably do it with a stun. And then Harribert can flank once they're engaged. There's no point. Just pass, pass, pass. Our shield walls, without spears, is not going to stop their stun charge. But we're happy about this. They completely engaged on these dudes. And not on us. So this is what we do. Step in and whiff. Just like we wrote it up. Now, I was hoping this guy would not go exactly where he went. Gotta kill this dude. Gotta kill this dude. Then we can get a good surround on the Berserker. See what happens. Nice. Oh, and then he died. Okay, well, this is not going swimmingly. This is not going as well as the last time we attempted this. And they're killing the donkeys. One hit here kills Hartwig, by the way. Pretty sure with him two-handing a one-handed cleaver. And us whiffing is brutal, and we're going to step in. And they're all super confident because they slaughtered those dudes. Yeah, one shot and one shot. God. Yeah, okay. So we're going to do this again, but this time we're going to run. We are going to flee the field. We're just going to quit. It's going to be faster. Let's load the campaign up. And we're going to fail the mission for this. But this is just what you got to do. Battle Brothers makes you feel bad about this stuff. The battle subsides, but you find the merchant leaning against a tipped-over wagon. Wide-eyed, he desperately clutches a slashed neck. Ropes of blood squirt between his fingers, and before anything can be done, the man collapses. You try to revive him, but it's too late. Glassy eyes look up at you. Haribert, one of your men, closes them before getting up to pick through the remains of the caravan. Okay, we pause. The question is, do we want to go back there? Because they're not going to like us. Because we just messed up. I think we go south. Let's go see if the lands of the south are more generous to us. And it's kind of cool doing two campaigns at once. Because one of our bros could be in the south while the other is in the north. And we could kind of have, like, we could be fighting Northmen in one part of our campaign and then fighting, you know, like desert snakes and stuff in the second part. So I kind of like that. We just need time. Our brother's not going to heal his wounds because of the oath that we've taken, which really, really sucks. Yeah, it's looking rough for our heroes. We're good on supplies. We just need some, like, gimme contracts. Cemeteries are being robbed. That sounds like something we can do. We accept that. And all they have for recruitment is a fisherman. And that's because they've got terrified villagers. Let's go see. Let's go see. It's close by at least. Could be humans, could be undead. They kind of bait and switch you. How did I arrange this? This might be the actual configuration. We have no range, so we prefer to attack at night. And it's Naxurs. You hear a shrill scream and quickly turn the corner of a mausoleum to find an Naxur driving his teeth into the nape of a man's neck. The beast, blood filling his mouth so much as to pour from his nostrils, only glances up at you. Smaller Naxurs surround it, stepping forward to see to it that their next meal doesn't get away. If they have any big ones, we're probably screwed. A single big one swallowing one of our dudes would be kind of GG. Especially if they swallowed one of our good guys. Okay, they don't. Good strat here. Put damage on all of them. Don't kill. If you kill one, you've got to step on it. Because they'll cannibalize each other and grow larger. So we'll stay here. Let them come to us. They'll land some hits, but they're not good at dealing with armor. Not that we have the best armor. Good armor on Landric, not so much on Hasso. I wish their positions were reversed. And then we step. We step here. We've got them locked in, so we don't really have to step in on this one. Go for the 68. Step in here. Boom. And I'm going to risk that to step in. I'm going to step close with Heribert. He's got full armor. And these things don't have armor piercing. So we're not going to step in anymore. Because we wouldn't even be able to attack. If they're faster than us, they would get the first attack. It's kind of the idea there. Hasso's going to take some business. Hit me in the head, too. Kind of a lucky bugger. And we're going to try to focus the one who potentially could hurt Heribert. Step. Was hoping the step there might make him rout. Instead, we kind of put ourselves in a bad spot. But it was a calculated risk. I figured we were fine. And for our trouble, we get 2 horns. And a little cash. And a level on Hartwig. Not bad. That poor caravan, though. They'll forgive us in time. They'll get over it. 4 in melee skill. Let's snatch that up. His resolve is so low. We've got to get that up soon. HP is fine. For me, it's between fatigue versus melee defense. I'm going to take a little melee defense. He's got stars and initiative. Once again, another guy who could be an excellent fencer with 3 points in melee skill plus quick. Let me know, guys. Let me know how you would build Hartwig. I'm very interested. I know some of you watching out there are very experienced Battle Brothers players. And like I said, I'm just a little out of the loop. It's been so long since I've played. Basically since the last DLC. And even then, I got to do different builds. I didn't get to do kind of the traditional other builds. Now we're in a little bit of a pickle. Just because I don't know where to go from here. There's no southern road. Let's look at my bro's gear. Man, I'd love to get him some actual armor. Do the little shield trick. Yeah, the prices to sell here suck as well. So we're going to hold on to the horns. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything we need. We could go to the harbor and sail for just a little bit of cash. Because what I'm worried about is we're in a dead end at the edge of the map. I'm going to scout because we might not be, right? Ooh, here we go. Along the road, you come across a goatskin tent beside the road. The high tarps have been dipped in purple dyes, and there are fresh daisies twisted into the knots of matted goat hair. An old woman with a hunchback stands outside with her hands clasped and hanging. She sizes you up and down with withered eyes. Ah, sellsword. No, a captain of sellswords, or perhaps something more. You smell of a strange odor, and not just that of a man. Do you wish to have your fortune told? She gestures to inside the tent. You see a number of long cards laid face down across the table. Tell my fortune. I'll tell you yours instead. You're about to give us all your valuables. Tell my fortune, please. You step into the tent. A concerned Landrick looks in as the folds close him and the rest of the world out. The old woman lights a candle and carries it to her seat. Ironically, her olden shapes take further prominence in the dark as shadows find crevices you never knew could exist on a person, and her skin brims with lighting brought permanence. Interesting. These sentences are always quite interesting. She immediately starts flipping cards and speaking. Defeat, speculation, doubt. Poorly painted knights come and go, their limbs askew in bizarre poses. More defeat, but also victory. Many victories. You forget weakness. You grow tired of its contagious nature. You become powerful, strength is survival. And there you are, old. You die. Raising an eyebrow, you grab that last card and slide it into the light. You see a man with a long gray beard sitting in a chair. You tell the woman you've never really been able to grow a beard, and she snuffs the candle out and shoos you out of the tent. I should stop shaving. He totally missed the point of that, I believe. But let's see if we could travel south here into the desert lands of the city-states. The land getting lighter is kind of a good sign. Still a little grassy. We're looking for desert. Probably definitely can't take any fights like that. Hyenas? 3 hyenas we can beat. We can beat 3 hyenas, can't we, guys? And we can turn their hides into attachments for the armor that we have, although it would change the kind of sick look that they have. I did not give him his shield back. That, good sirs, is a mistake. And as I thought, the hyenas would be able to reach me. We're going to put Landrick out here in the front. We're going to hide you there. Hide you here. Yeah, I didn't think they'd be able to reach me there. Okay, we're going to step in next turn and get that hit. We step in here, try to get the hit. And let Hasso try to help here with this hyena. Figured that was going to happen, just don't kill my bro. Alright, we're bleeding and we have no armor. Not good, not good. Danger, Will Robinson. Okay, breaking him was great. Missing that was the worst. Our bros are probably dead. Dead to hyenas? For real, man? Okay, okay. Alright, the bleeding is going to kill us. Yeah, it's going to kill me. That sucks. This is a fight we could try again. There had to have been a way to bait them a little bit better. See how fast we broke them? Missing our attack there. What does Hartwood get? I mean, a missing eye is actually kind of badass. And we didn't even get the skins. Look at all the stuff he has. A missing eye. He's never going to use range, so this is actually fine. Not having his shield on him was a huge mistake from me. We'll roll with that. Let's get Brawny here. He really needs his fatigue. Gluttonous doesn't affect fatigue. That's a good 4 roll. I'll take a 3 there. And I'm looking at maybe just grabbing the 2 in melee defense. Which I will grab. Heribert, man. I feel so bad for you. Joined the company and took an oath. And now you're stuck just kind of getting wrecked. Let's take the 3 in fatigue and the 3 in melee defense. His HP is already quite nice. Now let's get the hell out of here and find civilization. A contract is what we need. And this is the danger and kind of the fun. You know what? I'm not going there. We're going to this road. We need to trust the roads. This is the danger and the fun of playing with the fog of war. What makes it a little bit more challenging for us. Could get on this mountain. No. Maybe I didn't climb up all the way. Keep going, keep going. We don't need to go to that road. We need to go to where we think the road is going to be. Yes. Okay, we found something. And this is one of the places we could have sailed to. But it's also going to be a stronghold, which means we can't take contracts here. But we can check it out. Deserters are not allowed in this company. I would take an apprentice if they had any. I don't want any of these men. I don't even think I want the bastard. Not in this company. We're going to be a little picky in a fun way. A cheap basic male shirt. Some lamellar here. A discount cleaver. A discount crossbow. So, and my idea for this company as well was to stay away from ranged weaponry. So that's kind of the opposite of the other Let's Play that we were going to do. The prices here to sell are great, I think. We could do the old shield trick once again, but I think they are quite good. Yeah, very good. So we're going to sell the horns here for a little bit of extra cash to play with. Unfortunately, they're not good enough to start trading. We do need tools. We have to buy that. That's a non-negotiable. Getting a basic male shirt is a little bit of an investment, but I think a solid one. We've got brothers wearing just absolute trash gear. Hardwick, let's re-equip you. And Haribert's okay enough. We would like to get a helmet too. They have a padded kettle helm. It's a little expensive. It's basically half price right now. We can't afford it though. Yeah, sadly, we can't afford it. Sell that trash. And I think we just move on. There's only 3 places that are connected to the water. Is there further south that we can go through here? It looks like there is. 5 more days on the oath before we can heal. But we're also not losing any money, so this is a great time for us to explore. It says we discovered something. Did you guys hear that noise? No? It sounded like it made the music when you discover something. Let's get up on the mountain. They've also got some damage here. Some ruins. Can fast forward. And we found the sands. Now we just have to find the city-states. Hopefully we come across a road. We don't want to go deep into the desert, because we will run across fights we can't handle. Really? Okay, well I guess we go deep into the desert. Alright, Trach. Yes, we found one. Beautiful. What did we find? What have we here? Hakim al-Ramal, an oasis in the desert that has an arena and an alchemist and a weaponsmith. Kind of all the things we were looking for. We still got plenty of food. Oh, are we eating the tainted food? I think we are. They have ambush trade routes, so I think that makes things even more expensive. Any good loot? They've got the linothorax. Spiked skull cap. The quality, well, the quality isn't bad, but the actual stats on the loot here is going to be lower. See their hires. Jakuba the Undefeated. Sick. A Beast Slayer would be it. I think a noble addition to our group. And then a Nomad. We just don't have the funds. I also have really bad luck with Beast Slayers. I think every Beast Slayer I've ever hired has been terrible. Some fire lances. Some grenades. These guys will not use grenades. That'll be part of their deal. The prices here to buy are quite expensive. An arena here, though, to fight 2 hyenas. We need this. We need the money. We'll slaughter them like lambs. 3 of our men will fight. I accept. Against 2 hyenas. We need this. So, unfortunately, we're a little banged up. We're going to give our boy the best chance we can. No skulls for us. Alright. Could just give him a pitchfork, but I think we want him to be defensive. I think we can take this. Let's go. Could also not bring him in at all, but then he wouldn't get the experience. And the experience is something to value. Pass. The hyenas will come to us, and they can travel far. Really crappy whiff. If I step here, they'll step to me. This guy will probably just come back around. We made him bleed. Okay. I mispredicted how they would behave, but this is better for me. I prefer this. Before I bleed to death. We have a bandage, though. We can stop it. If we're not engaged in melee. If we can step away, yes. Okay. That was risky. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to get greedy. We're going to stop the bleeding. I think he was still bleeding. Because the fight's over. And if we had just landed a shot, the fight's done. But if we whiff, our boy bleeds out. So we got good experience for that. We're going to get paid for that. We're going to start by getting the pit fighter trait. I didn't see how much we got paid. But nailed it. And with that... This is looking spooky, man. This is a spooky beginning. These oaths are kind of tricky. But we needed the money. The money might give me what I need to buy a better helmet. And they've got plenty of contracts here, too. I'm tempted just to go ahead and pull the trigger on a spiked skull cap. $200 more for 20 more durability. I should just buy this. And I will. And this one's going to have to just be repaired. And with that, guys, I think I'm going to call it for today. We'll take some of these contracts whenever we come back next time. But thank you so much for watching. Glad we got our first arena fight out of the way. And got the pit fighter trait for some of our bros. You take, like, I think it's 10 fights. And these guys are going to get really good resolve from it. So the more fights they get, essentially the more confident they get is kind of the idea. But like I said, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Brett. Channel's Good Talk Gaming. And as always, y'all, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.